I've noticed most of you guys have trouble with important settings, such as horizontal swipe acceleration, sprint sensitivity, perfect TPP settings, selecting a perfect joystick size and placing it perfectly for smooth movement, and much more. So in this video, I will cover all these topics for you, including some extra tips and tricks for you guys. So let's get started. Let's start with sprint sensitivity, a setting many do not understand. First, let me explain how it works. If the sprint sensitivity is set to 100, even a small movement on your joystick makes your character start running. And if you lower the sprint sensitivity, a slight movement on the joystick will only make a small movement. Basically, it controls the sensitivity of your joystick. Now I will show you how this option can be useful for you. My sprint sensitivity is set to 100. As the sprint sensitivity is high, the character moves too much out of cover. This movement is ineffective and you are open to enemy fire. Instead, lower your sprint sensitivity to around 65. Now you can perfectly move slightly out of cover, shoot your target and move back in. Look at the difference. Now this movement makes it harder for the opponent to keep track of you. I recommend a sensitivity of 65. Try these for yourself and see what works best for you. Do you want perfect movement? Then the first thing to focus on is your control layout. I will always recommend that you learn how to use third layout. If you want controlled and precise movement, third layout is the best. I know this is a difficult layout to master because placing your joystick perfectly is not easy. But if you want to be the best, you have to put in the work. So come to training grounds and pay attention. I will show you how to fix your joystick. Start by using a joystick size of 90 to 120. Whichever is easy for you. I prefer using 116 as that is most perfect from my experience. Next, we start by placing the joystick close to the bottom of the screen, but not too close. A similar position would be suitable. The next step is to decide the horizontal location of the joystick. This will require some trial and error, but try to place it where you would naturally place your thumb. Try these 6 movements to ensure your joystick is perfectly placed. You should be able to jiggle easily. Move easily. Make this movement behind cover repeatedly. Make sure you can do this for the other side as well. You should be able to make a clean jump repeatedly. And make this forward jump and immediate back movement easily as well. Once you are able to do these 6 movements without fail, you know your joystick is perfectly placed. Sorry for interrupting, but there is a small message from the Gear Up Booster team. Do you want stable MS during games? This is exactly what Gear Up Booster is for. They are supported by PUBG and help boost your game, resulting in a lower latency. Check the link in my description to download the app now.
Next, we will focus on horizontal swipe acceleration. What is this setting? I will explain this setting simply. Set your camera TPP to 40 and your ADS TPP to 40. Now disable the horizontal acceleration option. Try moving your camera fast. Now repeat this while firing. The sensitivity is low as expected. Now enable horizontal swipe acceleration. Now try moving the aim. The sensitivity is much higher. Even when firing, the sensitivity is much higher. This is because after enabling horizontal swipe acceleration, the faster you swipe the screen with your finger, the higher your sensitivity gets. This does not apply for vertical movements, and it also does not apply for gyroscope sensitivity. I recommend disabling this option, so you have better control over your sensitivity.
Let's now focus on TPP settings. TPP 80 gives you the lowest field of vision, while TPP 90 gives you a larger field of vision. So you may think the better field of vision is best, but this is not the case. TPP 90 makes your bullet connectivity much lower, making it harder to hit headshots, while TPP 80 makes your connectivity much better, making it easier to get headshots. Therefore, I personally recommend 80, but you can use any value from 80 to 84. Now let's look into some settings you may find useful. Check if your camera moves when moving the peak button. Now repeat the same for the scope button. This is the main reason you have unstable aim when peeking and scoping. Go to Basic Control Settings and disable camera rotation while ADS. and disable camera rotation while leaning. Now the peek button won't move anymore while you touch it. Same goes for the scope button. This will immediately help improve your scoping, as well as your aim while peeking.
Killing spree for the...
Always keep the universal mark enabled. This provides you with a button, which can be used to mark enemies, vehicles, or locations.
Mark the location. Watch out.
Keep the mark assist enabled. Next, have you ever accidentally turned your gun into tap mode and ended up being killed? Make sure to set the firing mode display button to separate. Now you can place the firing mode button elsewhere, so you won't accidentally click it. Disable the merge crouch and prone button. Next, enable the quick throw option. So it allows you to throw any throwable by holding on the icon itself. Set the throwable's quick wheel option to throw. Now you can hold the throwable icon to open a selection wheel. Drag your finger to the throwable you need, and hold on to it to throw it. Next, enable the Throw Consumables option. This will show the selected consumable on your throwable option, allowing you to throw it. This is useful for passing throwable to your teammates during intense situations. Enable the FPP swap option so you can switch to FPP mode when necessary. Next, which mark style should you use? Classic or modern mark style? The classic mark style is usually clearer but may block your vision, whereas the modern mark style is more convenient as it doesn't block your view. I recommend the modern mark style. Next, you should enable the Show Throwable Trajectory Line option. This will show a preview of the trajectory whenever you equip a throwable. This helps improve your accuracy. Set the main screen audio markers to Classic. Now it will be easier for you to locate your enemies. Enable the auto-mark hit locations so that your enemies get marked when you damage them while firing. Set the reload interrupt method to fire interrupt. This way, if you are in the middle of reloading, you can click the fire button to cancel the reload and continue firing. This is useful for if an enemy pushes you while you are reloading. Make sure to disable all settings under recording. This will help to reduce FPS drops. Next, focus on the peek and open scope option when enabled. The moment you click on the peek option, the scope is also opened at the same time. However, you will be unable to peek normally without opening the scope. Therefore, I recommend you disable peek and open scope. Next, we will look into the focal length adjustment option. This applies to the 6x scope. When this is set to hold, you can just hold and drag to adjust the magnification of the scope. Finally, release the button to close it. When set to tap, you have to tap and then again, tap drag to adjust the magnification. This is slightly difficult compared to the previous method. Therefore, I recommend you set this option to hold. Next, I want you to separate the jump climb button. Now you don't have to worry about your character accidentally climbing an obstacle when you try to jump and fire. You can easily jump and fire over the obstacles since the jump and climb buttons are now separated. Next, disable the blocked sight warning. Now you can see your aim even when you are close to an object, making it easier to place your aim on a target from behind cover. Next, set your TPP setting to 80. This setting makes your close range accuracy much more accurate, making it easier to get headshots. As for the sprint sensitivity, use 65 as explained earlier. Next, we will look into another common issue. Have you ever got stuck while peeking? Enable the sprint interrupts peek mode option. Now you can easily cancel the peek by running to any direction. Disable aim assist.
So you have full control of your aim when multiple enemies are in front of you.
Awesome.
Finally, disable the headshot sounds. This option makes your bullet connectivity much better. Most pro players disable this option to optimize their bullet connectivity. Well done, you made it to the end of this video. Was this useful? Like the video and leave a comment. I will see you guys soon with more content.